Review of MICROPROSE B-17 Flying Fortress, the mighty 8th REDUX. Back in the day, my Intel Pentium was good, but not that good. Was I such a bad shooter? Did I not have the Jedi powers needed to anticipate the postcard FPS by this game? I remember MICROPROSE Flying Fortress was a challenge, but a must. MICROPROSE released this classic as the mighty 8th back in the year 2000, and now has released Redux of the same game, and you're flown 30 years back in time, and yes, then another 50 years.
Start engines.
In this game, you will manage a B-17 Flying Fortress with its 10-man crew to carry out a bombing mission over the Werewolves 2 Europe.
Booster pumps on. Energizing. Meshing.
You can fly the plane, navigate, send radio signals, help wounded crewmen, shoot machine guns, drop bombs, or put out fires on board aircraft. You can even mercifully throw wounded crewmen out of the plane and hope their parachute opens. You can also accidentally shoot down your own plane, bomb in the wrong place, or become the lunch of German fighters. Fortunately, there is a feature that lets the computer, I don't want to use AI, it's not that good, control the various stations, so you can jump in and do what's fun or take over what's a little too important to let a computer handle.
Navigator. New heading is 067. Repeat, 067. Roger.
The game is more of a real-time resource management of a machine rather than a flight simulator. There is a possibility to fly fighters as well, German or Allied ones. But after a short while, really short, it gets boring. Good thing though is that these engines can handle 100% of power forever. The thing I miss most from modern day flight simulator games is the fat printed manual and the keyboard reference card that came along with it. No online description today or YouTube video even comes close to the feeling of flipping through a 230-page thick book that describes everything about the game, aviation, the enemy, and everything, and then some. This game has potential, or had. It is fun to fix around the plane and to help the scurvy flying all the way back home. The game is comprehensive and reasonably shows how bombing missions could be done during World War II. The animations of the crew and the interior of the aircraft, besides the instrument view for the pilot, Jesus, is really nicely done. And the commentary on the intercom feels both right and entertaining, but it's not enough. After a 10-minute nostalgia trip, you won't want to go back to the 90s for a while. You're probably spoiled by prettier flight simulators with better image, flow, sound, story, variety, interface, and even better pixels. Somehow they have caused the FPS to falter in certain moments, as if the hardware, despite Moore's law, cannot deliver or go slow enough. I don't know. The arcade feeling when you take over a machine gun is barely there. It snaps and flashes a bit, like... The cockpit offers some buttons to fill with, yes, but you can hardly see what's what, so it's probably best to let the computer fly the plane. Or really, let the computer play the game for itself while you are googling something else. For instance, the mighty 8 VR? Multiplayer and VR in a B-17? Now we're talking!